Hey, 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 wassa, wassa. Welcome, Weekly Open, sponsored by Bing X, my trading exchange. If you want to check them out, they're wonderful. Great platform. I think they're going to be um, one of the market leaders coming into the next bull market. And as we know, FTX's arse has fallen out. You can trade directly in TradingView. They now have Forex pairs, and also you can trade Dixie, the dollar on leverage on the futures contract. If you want to check them out, link in the bio. You get 20% off commissions for life and up to $4,000 deposit. Now, those who have joined Fight Club, we have 8 places left, and then it's closed for the year. So if you want to go to the website, check it out, ask me any questions. If you want to join, join. Otherwise, enjoy the YouTube. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, what is going on? So we have this range low that we've been looking at for a while, right? This really important range low here. I'm just going to stretch that over a little bit more. I hope you've all been well. We're going to take a look at BitConnect today as well. Carlos Matos. For those of you who are new, if you don't know what BitConnect was, it's probably better you type it into YouTube and Carlos Matos. Um, Fascinating. A fascinating look at a human experiment. The biggest scam of 2017. Big Ponzi. Anyway, the range low. Look what happened previously, okay? We stayed above it, we closed below. Retest drop into the lows. Then we had resistance, close below, resistance, close below. Resistance sweeps the lowest low, okay? This previous week is actually closed inside for the first time in 5 weeks. So we're back inside the range now. Okay, we've opened off the weekly open and we've pulled back. Now, as we know from the chart, we can't see it on this one, but on the H1, we had a rip on Sunday night, which was exactly the same as what we had the previous Sunday. Now, why I think this is important now is that we're back in the range. Okay, so naturally the target is going to be here if it holds. Now, the important thing is Monday, Tuesday, we normally get the high or low of the week. Okay, so this could be the low of the week, forming right now before a big max bid rip into the range high tomorrow. Um, who knows? We're going to have a look on the lower time frames and see what we have to work with. Now, the important things to note on this weekly chart. Previous week, the high and low held. Okay, then we had an inside week, and an inside week is when the previous weekly high and previous weekly low don't get taken out. Okay, so an inside week. Currently, obviously it's Monday, right? With 12 hours into the session, um, we haven't taken out previous weekly high or low yet. Okay, and so we have liquidity at these two highs and lows of the previous 2 weeks. Very important for the direction that we're going to trade in. We're going to look to trade into one side of the liquidity. I'm hoping it's to the upside. Okay. Now, daily, is there anything for us? Yes, there is. Now, I want to come back to this important level. Ignore that. That's me marking out the um, weekend price action. This important level, macro SR. So I've marked out the inside week high there and the inside week low there. It's just previous weekly low. And then the previous week is marked as last week's high and last week's low. Okay. Either way, price is contracting and there's a buildup of liquidity both sides now. Okay. And when that gets hit, I think if it gets hit to the upside, I think it could squeeze nice and fast into the gap fill over here. Okay. But we'll go over that on the lower time frames. I just want to go over the key level. Pink. We love the pink. Now the pink is the macro SR that we've had marked out for the last 4 or 5 streams. So you go back and watch, you would have seen, you probably have it marked on your chart. I hope so. Clean level, support, resistance, resistance, break above, failure. Okay, there's a deviation, a failure, over and under, whatever you want to call it. Okay, rename it, sell it, do what you want with it. Resistance, 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 resistance. Now we've got a series of low highs into resistance, price sensitivity. Now my logic would tell me this level is now weaker than it was previously. It's been tested a lot of times. So I think we're trading into a weak level, and it's a very key level. In fact, it's the last level before 21.6. All we need now is a daily close above. A daily close above, Bob's your uncle. Bid the open, and you're getting fully sent into the next area of resistance. You could draw a little magnet up there if you want, if that's your thing. Oh, that's terrible. What is that? Blimey, that is. Don't give up your day job, Tyler. Right, so there's the key level on the daily, H1. Let's bring it down to the H1 and see what we have. So you can see how important this level has been. What happened on the weekend? Previous weekend, very similar. Okay, we dropped into the lows, broke structure. I got long, ripped into the level. I wish I'd have sold, didn't. Anyway, we had 1, 2, 3, very similar. Okay, not 3 SFPs, but 3 swing lows. And what was interesting here on the second one was that it broke structure and failed. So those who got in early got stopped out, and I like that. I like to know when traders have been stopped out. I like to step in if I know somebody's been taken out, because if somebody's been taken out already, then the market can take me out the second time round, but I think there's a lower probability. If I can't see who's been stopped out, it's going to be me. And if I can see that you've been taken out, then I'm in. And so here was where traders stepped in on the breaker structure and it dropped. So I was bullish once the structure broke for the second time, and I didn't get a fill. Unfortunately, I didn't get a fill, but on my demo account stayed the same. I didn't make any money, and that's the way the cookie crumbles, huh? Now, what we did get was a sweep of Saturday's lows on Sunday, and any entry in there and a close at that first target which I had was which the macro SR on the daily, which we went over, was a great trade. If you took that, well done. Now, what am I looking for now? Well, we've dropped below the monthly. Monthly open is here, and we're coming up to the close of the month. We've shot off the weekly open. Now, ideally, if you want to take a trade with lower risk, would lower risk be the right word? Less aggressive. Okay, less aggressive is waiting for the break back above the weekly open and the retest on the backside, okay? And then you've got your invalidation somewhere in there. I don't know, it might be a little bit high, but currently that's the current low, okay? We've just taken out a low there. That would be the less aggressive entry, and your first target would be that previous weekly high, and then you'll be looking to go into, I wonder if I can get this on the H4 instead. You'll be looking for that as a first target. You'll be looking for that as a second target, and you'll be looking for that as a third target, 21.6. Now, I think this can happen. Okay, it definitely can happen. Above the pink is a banker. So if you want to wait for that, you wait for that. That'll be a positional trade, probably take 5 or 6 days. I mean, it could take a couple of days, but I think it'll be over the space of a week, more than a swing trade. Swing trades tend to be 1 to 3 days, right? 2 to 3, 2 to 4, maybe. I'd say 2 to 3. A day trade is within the day. Positional trade at least a week. So I think if you're getting in above the pink, I think you're playing it safe and you're in with a good trade. Okay, you can wait for that to get back above there and you're in. Now, I also like this trade for those who are a bit more aggressive like myself, degenerates. I like the idea of either coming back and taking out the current low it's created, breaking structure on the inside, monthly, back test, in, first entry, second entry, send. Okay. Obviously, the low will be our invalidation. It does not need to come down to there. So wherever we create a low in today's price action is going to be where I place my stop. I believe if it drops and takes the low out, on the retest of the monthly open, we sell. Okay? Because what we're looking for is inside high and previous weekly high to get taken out. I'm bullish bias. If this low gets taken out from Sunday, I believe it increases the probabilities of inside week low and last week's low getting taken out. Okay, so I want to see strength coming off today's New York session, which opens in 2 hours. So it's important that we start that session strong, leading into the close and the open of Tuesday's price action tomorrow, and we're going to take a look at dollar. I don't have any business with Ethereum at the moment. I'd rather take the Bitcoin trade. We're going to take a look at dollar. Now, dollar, main trader main smashed this one out of the park. Legend. Um, it's in a resistance. Okay, it is in a resistance. We had that weekly level marked up there, and it's finding it tough to break through that. And it's just, if we look on the weekly, it's just taken out previous weekly high, or did it? I don't know if that was an equal. Yes, it did. It took out that, and it's dropped lower. That looks like it now could be forming a bottom. Okay, whereas it didn't when it was trading up here below the open. Okay, so that was a bearish close last week. So it could well be that is risk on. Now, what would invalidate the risk on? For me, trading straight back above this level. If you're trading back above this level, you have to ask the question, why the fuck are you up here when you've done that? Okay, you don't need to come back. If that was all you wanted, you now start trading lower. Liquidity is lower. Okay, so that would be something to keep an eye on. This key level back above, all bets are off. Risk off. Sell everything. Solana is going to 10. Okay, now SPX, how's that doing? My pedigree chum. Let's have a look what we got. Now let's get rid of some of these brushes. Art Attack with Tyler Durden on Monday evening. Did anybody watch Art? Is anybody from England? If you are, let me know in the comments. I don't know if many of you are. I look at the data, the analytics, and everybody's from America. And you get some from some Asia and India. Not many English folks. I hope you're all there. I'm guessing you're all quiet. We don't like to um, be nosy or sort of push out. We kind of like to stay a bit understated and don't bother anybody. So I probably none of the English are commenting. They don't want to intrude on the comment section. Um, super politeness. Now what do we have? Well, we have this range that's formed. Okay, which is in there. We traded in support, resistance, support, resistance. So are we at the range high? Is this accumulation? It now looks like the trend might be beginning to end. And if we come to Dow Jones, let's go DJI, right? And I think we could bang this up on the monthly, possibly. Let's have a look on the weekly. No, we want to have a look on the. I wanted to see the .com. I hope it's going to let me. Have I got the weekly .com? Where's the .com? Come at me. There we are. See, look what happened on the .com bubble, which began here, broke structure there, and we had swing, 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 big swing, and then a period. Oh, shit. Come back to me. Where you gone? Then we had a period where it created a range, didn't it? So very similar, isn't it? There was a low form, okay, and then no higher high, but there was a equal high almost that created a level of resistance. And we can even clean this up a little bit and mark this out. So this is important for me to keep an eye on previous bubbles. We have price history for a reason. Humans don't change, and um, this can be of use for us, for not really actionable, but just to understand the psychology of a market. Now, this anchor, although we took it out, it then acted as a support on the retest. Resistance, resistance, and it was the break there that sent the market into a bull market. Okay, and it took a while, and then it had a flat period, okay, where it went sideways again. But once it broke that there, it went on a trend. And that was a couple of years in there after the bottom. Now, are we there? That's what I'm wondering on SPX. Are we at the bottom of that there? Are we at that phase of the cycle where it's creating this um, accumulation zone or accumulation area where we've taken out the low? Okay, we've taken out the low. I wonder if I can bring this up on bang there. I wonder if it's going to bring DJI. Don't think it will, but let's have a look, see what we got. And you can see how it's similar. Hang on the weekly. Right, there we are. You can see there how it's quite similar to the current price action. So if yeah, there, let's try that. Let's get rid of the brushes. And you have, you know what, I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to bring that up. Delete, oh, what are we doing? Get rid of this shit. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Get them back. Get that one. And then go delete there. So we have something similar, which is in there. Granted, this is on the daily, this is the weekly, so there was a lot of time in there. We're talking like nearly a year's worth of price action. But bottoms can often look similar, right? So we dropped in, took the initial low out. We've dropped in, we've taken the initial low out. Now, are we, so there was the first high. Oh, there was the first high. There was the first high. There's the second high, the retest. Are we here? If we are, a little retest there, and then anticipate the breakout of the range, and then we may get the rip up, and then maybe the sideways for a year or two, which is another accumulation, almost a little bit of a downtrend on that, and then the breakout and a new trend. That could well be. It's starting to look similar though, isn't it? Focus on this and this. We don't know what will happen next, and it might not be the same, but it's structurally identical at the moment. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Any comments, stick them in the comment section. Make sure you liked and subscribe. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you. I'm gonna do now a Monday and a Friday. So a weekly open, weekly close, bang bang, twice a week. Let's go. See you later. Bye bye.